let's turn around, let's turn around. I know it's a bit sunny. Winter sun.
Winter sun, winter temperatures.
Yes.
Believe it or not, it is just about 0.
Yes.
It was a lot colder than that when we woke up this morning.
-7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But look at this.
Look at this. So for some of you that saw the reel and the pictures before, this is where the sea otter was sitting yesterday. Oh my goodness, I do apologise. Good morning everyone.
Oh yeah, good morning.
It's probably afternoon, and maybe you're watching it in the evening. So good evening to you too. So we're in Bulgaria.
Yeah.
So it's the first bit of filming we're done in Bulgaria.
Yeah, first bit of filming outside. Cause
Yeah.
I mean, this is day 2 in Bulgaria. When we came across the border, it was very cold, very snowy, very grey, very windy. And
Did we say cold?
Yeah, did we say cold?
And what's that again? It was blooming chucking.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And to be honest with you, our first impressions weren't great. But since we've been here for 2 days,
Yeah.
and the sun's come out,
Yeah.
sun always helps, of course, and we've seen more wildlife in Bulgaria pretty much than we've seen in the whole of Turkey.
Yeah. But it wasn't because, like, oh God, Bulgaria, the roads, honestly, put us in a bit of a bad mood.
Yeah.
After 2 hours I'd had enough.
Yeah.
My back had started, and I was saying to Kevin, we was only doing about 50 kilometres, and I said, you're going to have to slow down, mate. The potholes, they would swallow Emily. Sorry, Em. They'd swallow a small child. So yeah, it's, and they talk a lot more abrupt, and the police, when they stop you here, stop you. Where like in Turkey, they just see you're a Brit and wave you through. So looking for illegal immigrants, but don't look at your paperwork, don't check the toilet. So the Turkish family we've got stashed are fine at the moment. Yeah, so we're going to go for a bit of a walk and explore, see what we can see.
Yeah, we're in Burgas at the moment.
Burgas. Yes, just outside Burgas.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very nice. So this park up here, as you can see where we are, you pay, it's the municipality, I can never say that word, what's that word?
Municipality.
Yeah, that word. You get electric here, you get water, there is a shower, there is a toilet.
So you get electric here if you're one of the first 2 people here, because there are only 2 standard 16 amp hookups.
Oh.
If you have a 32 amp hookup, you probably better get electric, because on the posts there is a 16 amp hookup, a 32 amp hookup, and a 3-phase hookup. So yeah, that's it.
Thankfully, the really kind Germans next to us had a spare lead, and we've sort of like plugged in.
We'll piggyback on. Having said that, all the ones along the side of the wharf here, they're all 16 amp as well.
Yeah.
But
which the chaps are, were they?
Yeah, all these 16 amp.
Oh,
but to be honest with you, you really don't want your lead coming from where we're parked across the main walkway. You know, people are going to trip and drive over
and
it.
Quite a few cars have already
gone past.
Yeah, and gone over our lead, which is fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So it is the equivalent of £10 a night, which is 20. What's it here?
20 levy.
Levy, yeah. So we booked for 2 nights just to sort of like reset our mindset. You know, just to remind ourselves we're no longer in Turkey and things are going to be different, and that's fine. And we're just gonna
have a look around, see what we can see. And take a couple of days off, because we've done 3 days hard driving getting out of Turkey.
It was a lot further than what we remembered, but it's fine. We do miss it, but do you know what, we'll be back, and we've just got now, which I've more or less done. We're not there no more, so we've just got to move on.
Turkey's done, Bulgaria, here we come.
Yeah. And thanks for the pep talk, Ken. So we shall see you soon.
Yeah.
See you in a bit.
Let's go and have a look.
So we've just been walking along, trying to remember how to say hello, thank you, how much, and all that. It's going straight out of our head. So
no chance.
We've got to persevere a bit more.
Yeah, we have.
And we're both in heavy coats, and we're really hot. Considering it's only zero now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about 0 now, but in the sun, clearly, it's a lot warmer than that. But as soon as that sun goes, or there's a bit of breeze, I reckon we're going to need these coats. So.
Yeah.
You can always take them off, but if you ain't got them with you, you're going to freeze.
So that's the view, and that's the Black Sea. And I know family members and some friends were a bit concerned that we was coming here, but the issues are quite a way away, and
The locals don't seem too concerned.
The locals are not concerned at all, at all. And to be honest with you, for the last 2 years, restrictions have stopped people from doing so much. Now petrol, one of the groups that I'm on, Women with Camper Fans, I'm saying that, you know, when are you going to start thinking, right, you've just got to live your life. You know, the next panic thing will be shortages of food and all that sort of stuff, I don't know. But you've just got to live your life, you've got to live for today, not what could be and what have you. I know it's easy for me to say because we're doing this, but yeah, but look at this. So we've seen a sign, no bathing, bathing is forbidden, but we think that's on that side. I'm hoping it's not this side. Can you imagine, you come here on a lovely beach like this and you can't get in the water? Guess who'd be seriously ticked off? That'll do anyway. Yeah, it's me. I'll be right ticked off. Look, I've got loads of winches and stuff. What do you think the winches are for, Kev? Fishing nets and stuff.
Hey?
Do you think the winches are for fishing nets?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
So yesterday, when we was at the Black Sea, a bit further along, about an hour, obviously it was a different day and what have you, but it was so rough, wasn't it, Kev?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Must have been 3 or 4 foot waves. Easy.
Yeah. It's beautiful. So, just wanted to talk to you about internet and phone. So I'm on Vodafone, and while you're in Europe and the European Union, you're supposed to get it free, aren't you? Well, I am, with my contract that I've got, but it wasn't working. It took nearly 48 hours.
Yeah.
Nearly 48 hours for my text message to come through, and Kevin was about 36 hours. Anyway,
yeah,
it was about a day and a half, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So anyway, if I want to use my internet on my phone or make calls or text, it's going to cost me £2 a day. Well, it's not free roaming, like they told me, but there you go. And Kevin's got anywhere in the world roaming, mostly.
Mostly,
except
yeah.
for America. America? No,
Yeah, no, not allowed in America,
Yeah.
and there's a couple of other countries it doesn't working.
And is yours working now?
Yeah, mine's alright.
Yeah, it took a while, but you had to log on to a different network, was that right?
No, you had to log on to
I had to log on. I know one of us did, but yeah, it's a bit annoying.
I mean, I think why it is like this here is because there's no Vodafone in Bulgaria. So we are truly
Oh, I didn't know that.
truly roaming. So.
Truly roaming. Truly roaming. We're truly,
But they've obviously got a better deal.
Roaming. I'm singing.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right, you can continue.
They've obviously got a better deal with Bulgaria than they had with Turkey, because it costs Willow £6 a day in Turkey.
Yeah, well, I didn't use it, did I?
No.
And we got some internet from the local shop here.
Viacom, I think it is.
Viacom. And it was equivalent, no, it was 10 lev. Was it 10 lev?
No,
Or 20 lev?
20 lev.
So that's 10 quid.
10 quid for 20 gigs for a month.
And you can only top it up at their shop.
Yeah, I mean, the girl in the shop said we could only top it up at her shop, which I find a little bit strange. Maybe she was just trying to make sure that
we came back
or whatever, I don't know.
Which is awkward when you're travelling.
When it runs out, if we're still in Bulgaria, we might go into another Viacom shop, or there are a couple of other providers which seem to get a better deal. But it really does depend on how long we decide to stay.
Yeah. And why you can't do it online, I don't know.
Well, you probably can now, but...
Yeah, well, she said you couldn't, didn't she?
Yeah.
Her English was perfect, by the way. It wasn't like a miscommunication. So I thought you'd just let you know that. Okay, I've got to stop a minute. Just want to say to you that the Motorhome, is it Motorhome that we've got? What's the thing we've got in the van?
Oh, what, the
Wi-Fi thing.
the Wi-Fi, the Huawei Wi-Fi thing?
Yeah. Anyway, this is country 13.
13, yeah.
It's worked everywhere, really, really well. Definitely
Yeah.
recommend it. And I'll get Kevin to give you a bit more information on that a bit later. How small was that hill? Panting, it's because I'm in a heavy coat, isn't it?
Yeah, and we're a bit out of practice.
And I haven't spoken too much about it, but I just want to tell you I lost £5 this week. Yes. Super, super happy. I'll talk about that another time. So, see you in a bit. So, we're having our first Bulgarian coffee. It works out to be 55p. And it's a bit like a Turkish coffee in the sense of volume. This is Kevin's untouched. And this is mine untouched. I'm being good and not having sugar, even though I had pancakes today for the first time in 3-4 weeks.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, so what's it like?
I don't know. First impressions? Yeah, not bad.
So mine is black, no sugar. Damn, that's really bitter.
Put a bit of sugar in it, obviously. So, coffee without milk is 11, and coffee with milk is 11.20.
So that's what?
Yeah, that's yeah.
It's like 55p, like we said. So it's not bad, is it? Much cheapness.
Yeah, I don't know whether this is. They do on the thing. It had coffee which was 50 millilitres and a long coffee which was 70 millilitres. So I don't know what this is.
Well, at least, I mean, the Turkish one, when you get it, it's a small cup, and it's like, it's so thick you have to let it settle, because if you take a mouthful, you just get the grinds. Oh, we did quite like it, didn't we?
Yeah, it was alright, but it's
we
a bit
preferred
like
the chai, but the chai was so different in different places, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You liked it more than me.
Yeah, I like the chai. I mean, the coffee's too. I mean, I quite like to drink the coffee, not just to, like in France. Always order an Americano in France because you go just order a coffee and that with an espresso shot.
So my impression with a bit of sugar, all I can taste is the cup, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm getting cardboard now as well.
Yeah, so it's something you need to drink down quick. So maybe also China cup in future, but it's just like a street cafe type thingy that's got a few pastries in the front that do look quite appetising, I have to say.
But after all them pancakes, I'm still stuffed, so it ain't happening.
Yeah. So I just went into the little shop. It's not a lot open on a Sunday, but we were out there on Friday and there wasn't a lot open either. So I've just got some bananas, strawberries, blueberries, and sweet potato. Forgetting that Kevin's not overly a fan, but anyway. And it come to £7 something in English, which is a bit pricey, a bit different from Turkey. Stop comparing. I'm not comparing, but like, we're gonna have to be a bit careful, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it was a little cup of blueberries, and they were like £1.50 for the little cup. A treat. They're a treat. Yeah. So we just have to be a bit careful while we're here. We did notice in Lidl the prices were a bit steep, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we found the laundrette. It is a dry cleaners and laundrette, and it's open from 8:30 to 5:30, closed on a Sunday. So it looks like they do service washes. You've got to be careful when you go to some of the dry cleaners. They will do you per item. So make sure that if you come to something like this, you're doing it all as a job lot, like per machine. But at least we found it. And it looks like they've got dryers, so they could do it the same day. I might be wrong though, it's a bit awkward. So yeah, at least I have them. We've got ourselves a little church there.
Fisherman's Chapel.
Fisherman's Chapel. Let's just have a quick look. Beautiful, isn't it? Very nice.
So, remember earlier when we first were left out and it was all nice and sunny and we were saying, Willow was saying, wish she didn't have a coat on, and, took a lighter coat.
Can you hold that so I can put my glove back on? Yeah, literally 15 minutes ago I was saying to Kevin, because we bought a bit of fruit in that, let's go back to the van, we was passing anyway, and I changed my coat. We sat down, was looking at the view, and then it got cloudy, and oh my god, it's so cold now, and it looks like there's either snow or rain behind us coming this way, so we're heading back again. It is really cold.
Yeah, once that sun goes, a little bit of wind, and you can see we're all fully wrapped.
Yeah, I've got my gloves on, I've got my winter coat on, and I've done up, and my cardigan underneath is done up, and it's got a hood, thank God, because this hood is alright, but you have to have it right up to your chin before it stays up, which is really annoying. But yeah, it's very cold. And we was hoping to see some pelicans or flamingos or something, but I think it's too cold for them though. We're going for a nice warm up.
I think there's some bays on the other side, because if you look behind us up here.
Behind there?
Yeah.
It's almost
there's
like
a road over there, and on the other side of the road there's some salt marsh, and I think it's like salt pans.
Yeah, so maybe they're there. But we're going to go back now and have a nice hot cup of coffee.
Yeah, nice cup
of tea.
A
long cup of coffee.
A long cup of coffee.
Are you having a cup of tea, are you?
Well, I don't know. I might make that decision when I get back to the van.
Yeah. So we'll see you in a bit. Bye. Good morning, guys. So, we are at the Black Sea, which we were telling you about yesterday. So, some interesting facts about the Black Sea. Why is it called the Black Sea? So I've googled it, and there's a few different reasons. So one of the reasons was more ancient, was that the Black Sea was harder to navigate for mariners, and all the land around, obviously, you know, there's quite a few different countries that surround the Black Sea, and there was hostilities. So if you landed, you'd kind of like got yourself in a bit of hassle with the locals. Another reason is the Black Sea has a very high mineral salt content. So if you kind of like looking at it, it's like on two layers. Now the deeper part is more dense. There's less oxygen, so when things die, decomposition happens a lot slower. So you could find something that's been down there maybe 100 years, and it wouldn't have decomposed as quick as something in an ordinary sea. And the top level is more fresh, there's more oxygen in it as well. So that's where you're going to find the fish and stuff like that. I did Google to see whether there was any sharks or big mammals, or not mammals, big fish or anything in there, and there's not. They talk about dogfish and things like that, but that's the kind of biggest that you're going to get. So yeah, that's some of the reasons why it's called the Black Sea. It's not black at all. And when you look at it, obviously depending on how it is, today it's quite cloudy, so it's looking more green. But it's very beautiful, and it's very still, almost mirror-like at the moment. The first day we was here, the waves were mental, absolutely crazy. And we've seen the fishermen come in, and they caught quite a bit today because it's cloudy. Apparently you have better fishing days when it's cloudy than what you do if it was clear. Whether they can see the line more, I don't know. But they all seem to think today was a good day for fishing, and they've brought in quite a catch between all of them. So, there you go. Some interesting facts. Oh, one more thing. When you swim in the Black Sea, it feels different because of the mineral content. It's not like the Dead Sea where you're going to float. It just feels more like you're swimming in a lake. So there you have it. The Black Sea.
And so we say goodbye to Bursa.
Burgas.
Willow's had enough of my driving, so she's going to have a go.
Hiya.
Hi.
So it wasn't so much that I'd had enough of Kevin's driving, it's just that I thought maybe if I drive, I'm not going to be able to feel, my concentration will be on driving and not, oh my god, these potholes are doing my back in.
And also it gives Willow something to hang on to.
Oh yeah, the steering wheel. Oh, I'm quite good at holding onto the GoPro stick. So that was a really nice park up. The facilities could have been better. Because the only place that you could get water was in the toilet. There was nowhere to put your grey waste. We've got an underslung tank,
yeah,
so
except in the toilet, so we had to empty it bucketful by bucketful.
Turn
or
right
bowlful by
until
bowlful.
it's arranged on the top, then take the third left.
That's not this right, that's that right
Yeah,
over
that's the
there.
one at the
isn't
top there.
it? And the electric, as Kevin might have already said, there was only a few plugs. So that was a bit difficult. Oh look, the sparrow's having a little bit with a dirt bar.
But other than that, not bad.
Yeah,
I'd say, what,
yeah.
8 out of 10?
Well, I go out of 5. 4 out of 5 I give it.
Yeah.
4 out
4
of
out
5.
of 5, 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, that's when I mark it, when because we put down every part for the
Turn
night.
left until it's a reverser, then take the third right.
This left?
Yep, looks like it.
God, it just looks like a... It's,
Side road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh. Is he gonna get that? Thank you. Yeah, woman coming through, he moved good. Oh, down a bump.
Yeah, the sat nav's struggling to distinguish between what are roads and what are just side roads. So we're having to look like you do when you're using your sat
On
nav.
reflection, if we'd have remembered that this was a pants road to come down, didn't we?
Yeah.
They really don't like you parking, neither. They're, as you can see this here, but everywhere's a tow-away zone. Everywhere. Are you going to get out the road, lady?
No, she's not.
She really is not aware of me, is she?
Not at all. Not at all. So just a note about the roads and stuff like that. We've already commented on the road surfaces and stuff, but we're on a major road here, the E87 I think it is, and it's pretty much an average road surface, so not a problem. However, we've noticed there are a lot of cameras. The sat-nav doesn't always agree with the roadside signs, so the roadside signs are the ones that obviously everybody has to take notice of, because not everybody's got sat-nav, so be aware of that. And they seem to like their speed cameras, and everybody slows over here. Everybody seems to slow down for the cameras. And we've also noticed there's bus lanes, which is something we haven't had for a while, and there's cameras on all the bus lanes that we've seen, which has got to be super aware. Really, it's almost like being back in the UK.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm a bit of a, not a speed freak. I don't speed, but I'm a bit heavy-footed than Kevin. So I'm having to be ultra aware, because I cannot rely on the nag. So like now, we've just come through a 60 and it's telling me that I can do 90, which is ridiculous. So look at the signs, go old school, ignore your nag, because you will get fined. So I hope you can hear me over the noise, because like I'm driving on a country road that's got lots of dips, potholes and the rest of it. The scenery is very nice. But there's one thing I really don't like about Bulgaria. I cannot use the horn. You're not allowed to use the horn. They are strict on the horn. So Willow is not happy. But hey, look at this view, guys. Oh, that wasn't a pothole. That was a trench.
Don't know if it caught that or not, but that sign said 30 kilometres an hour. Like you want to do any more than that on this road.
It's a bloody nightmare.
The bumps are horrendous. We were just saying about our sat nav. I don't know what's going on with it. Let's just show you.
I was just saying to Kev, I feel like it sent us in a circle.
Yeah, we haven't changed any of the settings regarding to preference and stuff. I'm fairly confident that the E87 at some point joined up with the A1, but it sent us on this.
You know what it is, Kev? It's payback for all the times we ignore her, for all the times I call her a bitch and stuff.
Yeah, because we don't know where we're going, because in the UK it will send us on some wild goose chase and we'll go, nah, it's not worth going down there. But here we have no choice. Looks like we're coming up to a major road.
I hope so.
Yeah.
For my sanity.
So I just had a look on my phone on the maps, and yeah, we could have joined this at the beginning of this road rather than gone some twisty, turny, bumpy, dodgy roads.
Honestly, Sat-Nav, you're a pain in the backside. I shouldn't say that. I should be really sweet to her now.
Yeah.
And then she'll just not be a div.
It's the only results we got. Maybe the phone might be more accurate, but the sat-nav's easy to use.
And it's going to chew your data, isn't it?
So we've seen quite a few buzzards. However, there are 3 or 4 different varieties. There's a rough-legged buzzard and a long-legged buzzard and stuff like that. And primarily, they all look the same, especially when they're cocked on the side of the road or perched in a tree. So it's difficult to say exactly what they were. We've seen harriers for definite, marsh harriers. Willow saw an all-white bird, which could be a grier falcon, but I didn't get to see it, and it was a bit of a fleeting glimpse, wasn't it?
No, I saw it for a bit of a while. It was flying, wasn't it? But I couldn't zoom in because we was driving on the dual carriageway. And
we've just seen what could have been, because it was unfortunately a bit squashed and dead on the side of the road.
Yeah.
A golden jackal, because we know they've got golden jackals here. It just looked like a large, brightly coloured fox. Now that's the sat-nav trying to send us off down more dodgy roads.
Yep.
We've had a look on Google, and we're going to stick to.
We're going to ignore her.
Yeah, we're going to ignore her. No, nothing unusual there. And we're just going to stick to the roads that look okay. If we want to go somewhere like lakes and rivers and stuff, we might have another look. At the moment, we're quite happy with these roads. We're keeping all of our teeth in our head. They're not getting shaken out. Sorry.
Tell them about the amount of cameras that is everywhere. I know you already have, but there's just cameras everywhere. Because they're not all traffic cameras.
No, there's not. There's cameras everywhere, as we just said. They're not all. Well, they're all going to be traffic cameras of some description. A bit like in the UK, you see cameras over the top, and they're probably monitoring traffic flow and stuff like that. There's more than enough speed cameras.
It says conspiracy because I'm driving. Because trust me, if Kevin was driving, there would be no cameras.
Ah, there would be.
Well, to be fair, we've both been on speed awareness courses, haven't we?
We have.
To be fair, we haven't had one for a while, so hello.
But the fine system in Bulgaria is quite high. So they rate their offences in points. 1 point is 10% of. I can't remember whether it was your average wage or your monthly wage, and it goes up to 10 points. I think 10 points was 100%. So 1% is about 27 quid.
Of a minimum wage.
Of a minimum wage, I think it is. And then, as I say, it goes up to 100%.
And there's speed signs. 1 minute you're on a 70, and then next thing you know there's a camera, and you think, well, what is it? And just at the camera there's a 50, and you're thinking, well, you know, it's I'm finding it a bit hard work, a bit stressful, but this road's alright.
Yeah.
So I must be doing it slower than normal because I've got a queue behind me, and the nag is saying 70, and I've just got a repeater sign, and actually I should be doing 60. So
we're actually doing 75. There you go.
So guys, we are so bad at saying goodbye because we don't want to leave you. But we just wanted to say goodbye and thank you for joining us again this week. We was really struggling with the roads and I was getting a bit fed up, to be honest with you. So there are more exciting things to see on our Bulgarian trip and I hope you persevere with us and we will see you
next time.
And thanks again for subscribing and don't forget to hit the bell and we'll see you soon.
See you later.